Hello, friends. Welcome to Porcupine Real Estate series on financing for investing in a piece of property. We're doing a series of these bite-sized videos to help explain the process and get people familiar with what to do in advance of purchasing a single-family house or a multi-family investment property, or even a piece of land for future construction. Today, we're going to focus on you getting qualified for that single family residence purchase inside New Hampshire. And we're very fortunate to have our special guest, Chris Nadeau of Lakeview Mortgage. Hi, Chris.
Hi, everyone. How are you? Hey, Mark. Thank you.
Well, we've already talked about in other series about boosting your credit score, getting ready to make your first time home buyer purchase. And it can be really a nervous time and a little bit scary for a lot of our purchasing home buyer clients. But can you kind of walk us through the steps of what's involved in getting pre-approved for financing for a single family residence?
Definitely. Getting pre-approved for a single family really is the same as getting pre-approved for any type of property. I want to talk with you. I want to find out what your situation is, what your goals are, what you're looking to do. And then I'll have you fill out the application and upload some documents so I can pre-approve you. And once I have that information, then I can call you and go over really a full mortgage loan analysis with you. And I'll talk with you not only about what your limit is, but if you're fortunate enough to be in the situation where you can afford much more than you want to, then I'll also go over what a house would look like based on where you want your monthly payment to be at. So, you could say, to keep your payment at X, your house needs to be $550 and taxes not more than $6,000, for example, even though you might be approved for $800,000. And with that, then we can go into the different types of loan products that would benefit you. And I'll always explain the pros and cons of each of them, so you know why I'm recommending one over another.
Well, we've seen the market interest rates for mortgages very volatile, varying widely from day to day, week to week. And that also keeps our customers nervous. But do you recommend that they stay in touch with you in case the rates spike or drop? Because you might be able to approve them for more or less at a given time.
Yes and no. Rates are so volatile. I mean, people ask me all the time, what is your rate today? Based on when they might have a offer accepted on a house a week or 3 months down the road. And that's like asking me, what is the weather today? And you're going to use that information based on what it's going to be like on Wednesday, August 24th. It's just, they're so volatile. There's absolutely no way to predict them. So when I qualify someone, I generally use a slightly higher rate than what the current one is. And I'll also go over that with you. I go over what the rates are looking like now, what points are, what that term means. Those can be used. Basically, you pay extra money to lower the interest rate. Does that even make sense? For some people it does, for other people it doesn't. The best thing to do is to call me well in advance of when you're ready to start looking for homes. And then that way we can go over everything. And it's a lot of information. And that way you'll have time to digest it, call me back with questions. Just like if I showed up to your job on Monday morning and you gave me a half hour, to do on what your job was, I would have no clue on how to do your job for that day. I will have a ton of questions. So I expect the same whenever I talk with people.
Yeah, it's definitely like navigating a landmine when you're going through the process of trying to buy a house. And it's confusing enough just to try to find the right property that meets your needs for the location, for the schools, the age, and what's going on inside the house with the systems. And that's why a client wants to work with an excellent real estate agent, like somebody from our team. But more importantly, you got to have the financing thing down pat. And Chris Nadeau is one of the best at that.
Thank you, Mark. And you and I are both seeing how working with someone local, someone that has experience, helps. I can't tell you how many offers I've had accepted just because it was my name on it, whether I knew the agent or because I'm local versus some .com lending company, across America. Being able to work with someone that you can get in touch with and will be able to communicate well is beyond paramount. And as far as what type of program is best for you, that's why we should talk in advance as much as possible, because what worked for your friend may not work for you. It may not be the best situation. We always want to do what's best for you.
Oh, good point. And to confirm, you do FHA and VA and conventional financing products, correct?
Yeah. Owner occupied, second homes, investment properties, condos, I mean, everything.
Yeah, Chris and I have been working together for 15 years, and he's a true professional. So, Chris, tell us where people can get a hold of you for reaching out.
My phone is definitely the best. 603-582-5626. You can email me. My email is chris@nadeaumortgage.com. And if you forget all of that, you can always reach out to Mark and he can get you in touch with me.
That's great. Well, thanks again, Chris. My name is Mark Warden, owner and broker of Porcupine Real Estate. We appreciate you tuning in today. You can find us on Facebook at Porcupine Real Estate or visit our website, porcupinerealestate.com. And we love email, and that's info@porcupinerealestate.com. Thank you, everyone. And thank you, Chris.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Mark.